All right, let's start with a little bedtime story here. Once upon a time, actually I think that's a fairy tale. The whole idea though is you're working, right? You're doing stuff. You want to start looking at this code thing, but you really don't understand it all that well in the first place. And even the quick tag editor is not helping you that much. We want something else to maybe explain what's going on here while we're still in design view. Let's do this first. Select the text, more text. Let's get rid of that. Press the delete key on that thing. Just get rid of it. And let's make this document a little bit more complex by adding a graphic. So what we're going to do is go into the images folder in your site, open that up, and you'll see this one, drag it out. You want to make sure when you drag it, you can see that blinking cursor up there. If you don't, you want to get up there until you do. Go ahead and let go. Don't put any alternate text in yet. Click OK. Okay, so we got a photograph of a tree. Don't ask me why I'm using a tree. I did that because I can. How do I get an idea what's going on here? What are the possible things I can add to that image source statement? What about my paragraph tags? What about my heading tag? Well, check this out. We are in classic mode, remember that. Come over here into this area and click this tab called Tag Inspector, and I want you to drag that out. And it just makes it easier for us to see it. Okay, you've got general. You've got things like dynamic, CSS, language, ICE, spry, and categorize. Let's just stick to general for now. Click on the photograph. Okay, it's telling me its height. I can change that number if I want to. Its width, I can change that number. It's telling me the source, where it is right there. I want a different source. I can click right here and drag down. What about this one? Low source. I've heard about that before, Andy. What is a low source image? Actually, it's kind of cool. You're actually going to load two images. The first image loads, this one loads on top of it. And you say, okay, why would I want to do that? Well, think about this. That's a big image. It's going to take a bit of time to load, and you know it is on certain bandwidths. You want to give something to your audience to entertain them. Even if the low source image says image is loading, have patience. Typically what I do is I'll take the very same image, and I will do this. I will take it back into like Photoshop, and I will crunch it down until there ain't nothing left. I'll JPEG that thing and stomp it into the ground, maybe even grayscale it. So what loads first, quickly, is that JPEG, and then this one loads right down on top of it. It's a nice feature. I can't show it to you because I'm running this off of my computer, and the low source would load so fast, the source on top, you'd never even see the other one. But it's one of those things like, just in case things are going slow, let me give somebody something to entertain them with. So we have all the features right up here. Now, align, you might think, is for centering. That's for aligning it with other items. We'll talk about aligning in a second in terms of if you want to center it. Come over here and click on, say, Working in Code View. Now, see, the only thing we have as an attribute there that's available is that we aligned it to the left. So if we click over here, we can click this button and go to Center. And it'll center it. Let's center these two. Let's click on this one and go into Align. We'll say Center, and we'll do this one. We'll come over here to Align and say Center again. But this one doesn't work that way. The way we put it together is we put it within a paragraph tag, and to center it, we have to align the paragraph tag. How do we get to that? Select, say, to the right of the word people who love working with text. Now press your right arrow key, which will drop you down, and you can see your cursor blinking right here. We don't have this selected. We've got the paragraph tag selected. Now you can come over here and we can click Align, and we can center the image because we're really centering the tag that it's in. But the Tag Inspector will give you information about anything that you are working on, and it allows you to control those things without, being an expert on HTML. And you know what? The more you use this, the more you will be an expert on HTML.